This is one of those greatest Christmas movies that was done some time back. We used to watch it as kids. And this is basically a story of Kevin where he was lost in New York City. He was supposed to go to Miami but got into the wrong plane. Now, I know as you grow up, you're going to be having a lot of questions of how the airline was careless. Like you think that perhaps the lady should have gone to ask the man if Kevin was his son. Yeah, just to take the precautions, or maybe she would have looked at those papers which had fallen, the boarding pass which had fallen down, and maybe she could have noticed that it was written that it was supposed to go to Miami instead of New York. But if that would have happened, maybe that would have been the end of the plot, so they just had to put that scene. And something else that actually prevented Kevin from listening and knowing that he was on the wrong plane was because he had placed headphones on his ears when after his passenger who was speaking in French. If that would have happened, it would have meant the end of the movie. And maybe we won't have the movie anyway. So another thing that prevented Kevin from knowing that he was on the wrong plane is because the passenger who was seated next to him was speaking in a foreign language when Kevin had asked him something. Kevin also placed headphones on his ears when the passenger was talking in a foreign language, and he was talking, and Kevin was kind of irritated, so he did so and could not hear the person announcing that they were leaving for New York. But at the end of the day, if all this had happened, then maybe it would have been the end of the movie and we would not have such a great movie. And can you imagine if there were cell phones during those days? Maybe they would have really have gotten a way to get in touch with him. He would have called maybe his parents. But this one was shot like many years ago, maybe, I don't know if it's 28 years ago or 30 years ago. So that's what happened, and Kevin eventually arrived at New York, searched for his parents, for his siblings, and they were nowhere to be found.